Well, hi, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jessa, and it is very nice to see you. And today, we're jumping back into Disco Elysium. We are towards the end of day 6 now. Oh boy. I still don't really know how many days I have in-game to complete, like, everything. I don't know. Is it a week? Is it like 10 days? I don't know. Is there a given number of days before which everything ends? Or is there not? Is there literally no time limit? I don't know. But what I do know, thanks to the comments, thank you guys so much, is that actually going after Ruby will cut off really a lot more than I realized. So we're not doing it yet. I thought I was going to start today by going after Ruby, but alas, no, we are going to be killing some more time. So, I am well prepared for this today. I have plenty of water ready to go. No coffee because it's later in the day for me. And oh my god, am I fucking exhausted, guys. I just came from a doctor's appointment, got caught in the rain. It was a whole thing. A whole freaking thing. But it's all good. I am well prepared. Are you prepared too before we get started? Something to drink, something to eat, something to snuggle on, maybe somebody to snuggle with. And if you're as ready as I am, please hit the like button, consider subscribing, maybe hitting the hype button too if it's available to you. Let's get to this, shall we? Okay, so we were planning on going right to Ruby, but we will not be doing that today. Actually, I have learned that I need to do more shit first. I need to kill some more time. So, why don't we actually go back to the bookstore? Why not? Let's go back to the bookstore, see if we can kill some time over there. Maybe buy some books. Or maybe we'll play another game of suzerainty or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't know, but we're starting by killing time. Hell yeah. Hey, Plaisance. What's up?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Actually, farewell, because I forgot I need to click on stuff to buy stuff, not click on you. But I can't remember what does what. Oh, what? Looks like Guillaume Le Million, that hair poster. This? Sure, that's fun.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
Look through the display books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends.
Oh yeah. Crime novels, crime shows, they all do that.
Furthermore, they have no idea how hard it is to simply remove a body from a tree.
Right.
What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
I guess so, because I want to see if I can buy any of them, but I don't really know if I can.
Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder of Dick Mullen.
Are there any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The Morbid Tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns. Tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer.
Huh.
Come on. This is not the way real police solve crimes. The real police are some 20 kilometers away, sitting in an armored motor carriage.
Come on, Chester. Tell the story again.
A bald man turns towards a lean man and pats him on the back.
Again? Man, I tell that one at least once a month. It's not that interesting.
Chester replies.
The fuck it is. And these guys haven't heard it. You see, Chester here.
Oh, he's not going to continue? Chester here, he pokes his finger at the lean man. Chester faked his own death once.
Gosh, why?
One civilian looks on, amazed. The bald man bellows a reply.
A very fucking dangerous case, ain't that right, Chester? They almost got you that time.
Yeah, sure came close. Alright, so I was tailing this guy called Francis the Shoe.
Francis the Shoe. The inside of the motor carriage is thick with cigarette smoke. Outside, it starts to rain.
After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
We have a reaction speed check. Sure, why not? Who is Dick Mullen?
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book.
Aw.
The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here, huh? Mistaken identity?
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend
Shit.
and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does it speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
Yeah, that's probably right. I'm a complicated guy full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
Sure. I want to buy this Dick Mullen novel.
Of course. Such violence and immorality. I mean, enjoy.
Thanks, Placence. Well, all right, we've got a nice book to read. Why don't we step outside and read it out here? It seems like a fun thing to do. Here it is, book. Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. Another Dick Mullen book that woefully misrepresents the nature of police work. In this one, our detective returns from a trip, having successfully solved one case, only to embark on another. Does he finally face the taxing nature of his occupation? No, he doesn't even look like a normal officer of the law. Let's do it.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. The brittle paperback feels fragile to the touch.
Examine the cover.
The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him are two silhouettes wrapped in a passionate embrace. The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered by someone who looks just like Dick Mullen. That seems to sum up the premise nicely. Needless to say, it violates nearly every RCM regulation for a detective to investigate a murder in which he is a suspect.
No shit.
Are you really reading that, detective?
Why wouldn't I? I really need to know who this Dick Mullen guy is.
Good luck finding it. He's not much of a character, I think you'll find. Just a stand-in for the reader.
I think a lot of characters, main characters are like that. Authors like to make a main character very bland sometimes, so that a reader can project themselves into that character. I'm not a big fan of that usually, but sometimes it works. Start reading.
The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Insulindian coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights.
Most nights, huh? Mullen comes home and is just drunk as hell and passes out. Well, maybe our boy Harry has read this series before and identifies with him. For a reason.
An extremely unprofessional and hurtful stereotype that's offensive to all upstanding officers of the law.
I'm sure it is, but I guess not Harry. Whether or not it's offensive to Harry, I don't know yet, of course, but it certainly sounds like Harry. So, a hurtful stereotype, which I suppose our boy is maybe one of the few officers who's not so hurt by it. I bet he would be more hurt by, I suppose, reading a book like this and then having everyone around him, like at the station, being like, that Dick Mullen who goes home and drinks all the time. Such a stupid, hurtful, offensive stereotype. We officers don't do that. And then we got Harry sitting there like, I do that. That would be very isolating for him.
But also extremely accurate in your case.
Hey, I'm trying at least. Humph.
Give it time. You'll fall off the wagon sooner or later.
Keep reading.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vesper police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description.
Ooh.
Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vesper police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
That's ridiculous. The cops released their prime murder suspect so that he could find the real killer? Are you shitting me?
What's the matter, detective?
The lieutenant turns to you with a start. I don't know who's writing this shit, but I get the feeling they aren't experts on homicide investigations.
The lieutenant shrugs, resigned to the idea that his profession will rarely, if ever, be accurately represented in art and literature. They're not shitting you, detective. This is what the writers think passes for police procedure.
Incredible. Okay, so Mullen didn't do it. Keep reading.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana DeNerva.
Nice. A dame. Now it's getting interesting. I feel like I've read this before. Close the book. Well, now it's getting interesting. Keep reading.
DeNerve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
Ah. Tell me about the corrupt police captain, I guess.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp.
Ugh.
But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
Maybe. But where are we getting the idea that he concealed it at all? Why would he need to conceal it in order to commit a murder? Was he, I don't know, seen? Were there witnesses to this murder? I guess there were, because they described him. They said, Dick Mullen. Oh, guy who looks like Dick Mullen. So I guess they did see him there, and there are witnesses, which would make sense then. Okay. All right. I talked myself into the logic. I see. I want to hear about the politician's son, then.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though. A former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration.
Ooh, drama.
The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
Oh. Okay. What was that about an art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way O'Spillane got did.
The way he got did. Quite a sentence.
That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Deanna Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
I don't know, maybe. Okay, let's get on with the story.
One evening, Deanna Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms.
Oh boy, Dick Mullen, you're not very professional, are ya?
Yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth of another human's touch. The burning taste of liquor on her full, sweet lips. Well, that testimony won't be admissible any longer.
Yeah. How does Mullen expect to solve a murder if he's sleeping with the witnesses?
The man's a prosecutor's nightmare.
Yeah.
Solving a murder counts for nothing if all the evidence gets thrown out in court over police misconduct.
Yeah.
That's just Dick Mullen's modus operandi. He might bend the rules, but he closes cases like no one else can.
That is crazy. Not sure I'm so happy with that, but maybe the story will turn it around?
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Deanna Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. I love you."
Ooh, Inland Empire chiming in to say that. Why?
The name of the true killer. Always aim for the center of mass.
Oh, look at all these different bits of my brain giving their input on this shitty crime novel. Huh.
Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly.
Oh, fuck!
When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Double fuck!
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. Fleeing a crime scene, destroying evidence. Even if Detective Mullen didn't commit the murder, he should be facing years behind bars.
Yeah.
Dick Mullen won't be sent to the clink for the sake of some legal niceties.
'Cause it's a fictional novel.
The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in?
Wait, I've got some questions first.
What is it, Detective?
Why does everyone close to Dick Mullen wind up dead?
It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never lets anyone get too close. What's the matter? Afraid you've been hacking up your friends' bodies in the night?
No! No, Half-Light, no.
You are the murderer after all.
No, I'm not. Stop telling me that. Why oh my god, I can't speak English. Why did Dick Mullen become a detective in the first place?
There was never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective.
Was I not born to be a detective? Was I not?
For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses. From nowhere, you hear the screech of sneakers on a waxed floor, and you feel the burn of rope against your hands. Are these figments of some other life?
Could be. I've become very convinced that Harry here has a serious connection to the Pale and can maybe see things or know things that other people can't. So...
You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words.
Well, probably not, but... Oh... Why bother solving crimes when the world is so evil?
Is it really so evil, Detective?
Maybe not. There's parts worth saving.
Like what?
Friends and family, the pleasure of contemplating art. So true, though. Excuse me. Friends and family. We'll go with that one.
Do you even have those?
I might. I just need to find them, but also I've got Kim. I did, but I lost them. I've got Kim.
Just make sure you don't lose him. You'll not find another like him.
Okay.
It's true in more ways than you know. But then, what does this book know? It's just a poorly made piece of pulp garbage made to be consumed and discarded.
I don't have any more questions. I've figured it all out. Have I?
So, who did it, detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
I feel like it was probably the politician's twat son. Just because earlier it seemed that way. Let me see. Well, what is still here when I scroll up? Let me see. Nah. Sure, I guess. The politician's twat son, maybe? Oh, Love did them in is so sweet and sad. But I don't know why Love would have done them in. If it wasn't Mullen, and the two of them got murdered by the same person, I guess it could have been the other person, right? Who was the person? Oh god, who was the person who had an affair with Deanna? I already forgot. Was it the fucking... Is my memory really that bad? I guess it is. Fuck me. Politician's twat son? I don't know.
Could be. Who knows? Only one way to find out.
Finish the book.
You begin furiously flipping through pages. Even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes, you find yourself completely engrossed. You're turning pages so fast, you don't even notice the ancient spine coming unglued. You try to grab the pages as they come loose, but your fingers aren't quick enough. They're gone.
Oh my god.
Dozens of pages scatter across the ground. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but it would take way too long.
Yeah! Now I'll never know.
Too bad, detective. If it's any consolation, the resolution is almost never very satisfying. And on that note, perhaps we should get back to making sense of our own case?
Sure.
Last year, more than 71% of murders in Revachol went unsolved. In Revachol West, that number was closer to 85%. In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
Well, put the book away. Ah. Okay. Do I have anything else in here that's important that I can interact with? Books and a board game and all of that. Okay. Let me think. What else could I do? Any other books I could buy from her? I'll buy all the books in the store if I could. Let's do it.
The display rack is brimming
Wait, no,
with worn
I
paperbacks.
already did this one.
This is entirely, completely you. You have found the right.
I don't think there was any more. Was this board games? I think
A
this was
small
board games.
mountain
Yes.
of colorful board game boxes.
I think we bought both of the board games that were available. I could always reread one of my books to pass time. We've only got like an hour and 15 minutes before we have
This
to go.
bookstore is not
get our
strictly about
gun.
crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Interesting.
Various paranatural books still litter the shelf,
look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one. The point of the book, various
I'm leaving. Okay, that was useless. Gotta love uselessness. There was nothing here either, I believe.
shelves full of biographies
I'm
of.
pretty sure there weren't. So, in that case, I don't know. Let me look back at my books. Medicinal purposes of the pale. The Cockatoo book, which I think is just absolutely fucking hilarious. Book La Fume, Volume 1, Number 4. Have I read this one? Maybe not. Wait. I don't remember now. The leading intellectual organ of Martinet's communism offers a radical Mazovian perspective on a range of contemporary issues. The cover features a stylized portrait of the late King Fristle with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. I don't remember if we read this.
The face of King Frisell smiles at you.
Oh, I did
For
read
some
this.
reason, the smile now strikes you as more forced than it did before.
Put the magazine away. So how about... I doubt we actually read this children's book, but I think it's okay that we don't. I'd love to read the medicinal purposes of the pale book
Purposes
again,
of
though.
the Pale. The cover
Let's
of
try
this
this.
heavy tome features a number of esoteric symbols.
I want to concoct one of those hangover cures again, I guess.
Very well. First, choose a base ingredient.
Common meadow rue.
Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle.
Mix it with a dram of whiskey. He wouldn't really have whiskey on him, would he? I'll
Lastly,
do it.
is there anything else you'd like to add?
Ginseng root, I guess?
You've created a delicious tincture of whiskey and ginger. According to the pharmacopoeia, it should increase your energy and focus, though, in your experience, it's only done the opposite. If only you could find one of these right now and drink the shit out of it.
No.
The book said it's good for you,
No.
so it would be okay.
No.
Would you like to try again?
Sure.
Very well. First, choose a base ingredient.
Ginger root.
Next, you'll need to combine the base ingredient with an appropriate vehicle.
Boil it with a tea made from birch bark.
Lastly, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Sugar.
You've created a delicious tincture
Again!
of whiskey and ginger. According to the
Again,
pharmacopoeia,
but there's
it
no
should
whiskey in
increase
that
your
one.
energy and focus. If only you could find one of. Would you like to try again?
No.
You close the book and find yourself staring at the familiar cover once more.
Put the book away. All right. Let's skedaddle from the bookstore, huh? Because it is now 21:35 and we've got somewhere to be at 2200. So let's go over to where we have to go, which, by the way, I now realize I don't know where I'm going. Confront the pigs near her... What? Meet her near the Old Fish Market at 2200. Old Fish Market. All right, then. Walk just past... What? Why can't I read today? Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Okay, that I can do. That I can do, and I think we can even fast travel. Past the fishing village, towards the boardwalk. Not this way. The boardwalk is kind of up, if I remember correctly. Girl, you can't walk this way? What is happening? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let me quickly look at the map again, because I know this isn't that helpful, but let me see. You are here. The boardwalk, I think, is kind of up. Not a very helpful map, but I think it's kind of up. Watch me be going in entirely the wrong way, though. Girl, please keep walking. Thank you. Wait, this is the boardwalk, right? I think. I remember nothing. Not true, I remember some things. I just suck at directions and names and all that. This is not the boardwalk, indeed. This way? I remember this door over here. God damn it. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? I feel like I'm just completely getting farther and further away from the boardwalk. Where the fuck is the boardwalk? Oh, autosave. Okay. Where the fuck is the boardwalk, though? I feel like I'm losing my marbles because I don't remember shit. Whoa! Hitting buttons by accident. We love when that happens. Alright. Fucking boardwalk, huh? What's up with this door? Let me get a reminder, huh?
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune.
Yeah, that's a red check and I'm scared of it. What can I say? Maybe the boardwalk is past the Feld building. Nope. Not near the boardwalk at all, huh? It's definitely not the boardwalk either. Boy, aren't I great at this. What is this?
A row of ghostly shades facing a
Oh,
crumbling
it's this
wall.
again. That's right.
With another 7 shades standing
Aye.
a cold sea behind this building, the other one, once filled with engineers and designers of Feld Electric, now collapsed and dead, but for some rats. You feel drawn, for some reason, to the faded mural again.
Oh. What did I just do? Did you see that thing pop up? What just happened there? Oh my god. I feel like something just popped up and now I feel crazy. Crazy? What? Oh. The boards crack dangerously as you run. Be careful here. Okay. Where the fuck am I even going? I just want to get out of here and find the fucking boardwalk. Helping. This is again getting. Wait, this way maybe. Oh, maybe it's that way. Actually, I don't think there is a way this way. Yes, there is. I'm losing my marbles. Oh my god, I love when that happens. Boardwalk. What was up with this trash can?
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper.
I don't believe there was anything all that helpful there. Okay, but now that we are here, let's wait for this pigs person for some fucking reason by reading a little bit. Now, what should we read? Is there anything in the ledger that we haven't read? Interact.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Ugh. Read a case file?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
About half an hour. Didn't I already look at all of these? I can revisit
Not
this.
much has changed in the meanwhile. A
Well,
bunch of sodden
maybe
papers
not.
still
Browse the case
sags
files again?
from the clipboard. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. You don't exactly close them, so much as
Put the ledger away. I'm gonna read something more interesting, maybe. Actually, I don't fucking know. I don't know what's interesting. I. Actually, why don't we? Why am I so torn when it comes to just passing time? How ridiculous is that? I guess I'll read. Yeah, fine.
it's
I'll
the
do it.
ledger you found in the trash.
Read a case file.
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Next world mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Do I ever find out who came up with it?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
Read on.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3.
It is officially
The
2205.
9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of
But we wanna
Lakeside,
get through this
Central
quickly now.
Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain. A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class.
In any case, it
And
appears
now
to
we're
have
putting
been
it away.
not much has changed.
Bye. Okay, we are officially here. Near the old fish market. Until you see the boardwalk. Well, we're on the boardwalk, so maybe it's down here somewhere. Since no one is actually up here. Whoa. No one's here. No one's here. That's concerning. That's deeply concerning. Deeply concerning. Where is she? Oh, God. Oh, God. It's 22:20. Where is she? What the fuck? Fuck, I'm nervous now. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I decided to Google where the fuck she is, okay? And Google told me, or rather Reddit told me, that either I could walk away and then walk back and she might show up, or I might have to save and reload, which is unfortunate. But apparently that's a common bug where she doesn't show unless you save and reload, which I think is crazy. Why didn't they patch that? They should have patched that. I don't see anyone. I walked away. We are walking back. And nobody's here. Okay. In that case, here we go. Quick save. And we're reloading. No, she's still not here. Okay, fuck. Ooh, that was an accident. Oh! Was that her? What the actual hell is happening?
Put your hands where I can see them.
The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the megaphone. Why does she have a megaphone and everything? What is happening with her? That is a scary portrait. She looks demonic.
Show me your hands. This is the pace. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands! Right now!
She screams in the megaphone.
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Oh man, that's sad.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
Wait, what should we do, Kim? Fuck.
This is bad. Getting your weapon back is the priority. We can't have an unhinged civilian running around with a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Comply, or I will light you the fuck up!
She continues to yell as she lumbers about. Okay, raise your hands.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket.
What?
Feel the threat! Feel the threat!
Her eyes fill with terror. What?
Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground! Get on the goddamn ground!
Ma'am, we just want to talk to you.
Subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
No thanks. Ugh.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening. As long as she's saying it. It appears the things she says are very real to her.
Poor lady. She must be psychotic right now.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Time to get my gun. Just like what? Charge at her? That sounds terrible. We can solve this peacefully. Please lower the weapon.
Officer in need of assistance! Suspect alert! Get on the ground!
Her eyes dart between you and Kim.
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk, all right?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot! Big red key! Big red key!
What?
Big red key. That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this. What happened to make her like this?
Maybe nothing happened to make her like this. Maybe she just has schizophrenia. Or maybe she went through the pale, you know? People who go through the pale seem to come out a little changed mentally, huh? But not like quite like this. I think she may just be schizophrenic.
Loneliness.
Oh.
Yes, sure, but also in a less abstract way. The neurodegenerative disease I mentioned earlier.
Ma'am, we're here to help. Tell us what's wrong.
The woman looks at you, but through you, like you don't exist. Her eyes gleam feverishly, and the rotating police beacon lights reveal deep scratch marks on her cheeks. Sometimes when things get very bad, it's good to remind yourself that you have a body by scratching it.
Boy, doesn't that feel like it's talking about self-harm. Sounds like it is talking about self-harm, but yeah. That's why a lot of people do self-harm. Because things are really, really bad, and it helps to ground you by reminding you you're real. Letting you feel pain instead of nothingness. Things like that. Anyway.
This is the police! Unlawful engagement! Hands on the ground! Scumbag!
She howls through her megaphone.
So this is what the weather's like on the other end of a cop's gun.
Huh. I'm actually very torn about this. I could say, Kim, I hear you, ma'am. Look. And then hands going on the ground. Or we just want to help. That's all. I hear you, ma'am. Look, look, look. Start slowly bending over. Hands going on the ground.
Fascinating.
The lieutenant's eyes stay fixed on the woman and her gun. He studies them closely, then mumbles. Fascinating.
See? This is what happens when we are not around.
Please identify yourself, ma'am. I feel like she's not gonna like that. But I'm gonna go for it. Please identify yourself, ma'am.
It's a goddamn police shitbag! Hug the pavement! You're under arrest!
No, we're not.
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine or drugs? She thinks she's a police officer. Try treating her like a police officer. A lower-ranking police officer.
That's actually a great suggestion. Thank you, suggestion. Officer Pigs, W. Freighter Harrier Dubois requesting your sidearm for inspection. Hold out your badge. Fuck yeah, I hope.
What?
She lowers the megaphone and stares at the gun in her hand. Huh. Patrol officer, you are in gross violation of the RCM code of conduct right now.
Sir?
She hesitates, looking around in confusion. The 3-barreled pepperbox wavers in her hand.
In this moment of hesitation, she almost doesn't seem disturbed, but like someone suddenly waking from a deep sleep.
Huh. It's okay, ma'am. Everything's gonna be all right. Her eyes fill with tears. Then suddenly she slams the megaphone against her lips and teeth. Blood gushes down her chin, but she doesn't notice it. Fuck. Maybe there is a drug situation happening with her, and it's not just schizophrenia. Because that complete lack of acknowledgement of physical harm to herself, I mean, she seems completely disconnected from her own body and probably her own mind. Poor fucking woman.
Officer compromise! Unlawful impersonation! Pigs en route! Engage your will!
Okay, she's actually more agitated now. My bad.
You're not the police! We're the police! Oh, fuck. She thinks we are impersonating the police now, so that might not be a good idea, huh? Are you on drugs? Which one of these is gonna agitate her more? Are you on drugs? Or we're the police, lady? Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband. Restricted access. 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised.
The megaphone makes her voice almost painfully metallic.
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
All right, well, you're not the police, lady. We are the police.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
She lowers the megaphone halfway, but immediately raises it again and screams that. Back up! There's nothing to back up, nowhere to back down. The terrible finale is on us. Baby, you know who I am. Everybody knows. Wink, wink. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like this one, though. Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier Dubois, 41st Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th.
No. I thought Mr. Moran. Gareth. Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers interfere!
What's the situation, officer?
The lieutenant hesitates, addressing the woman.
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
She screams in the megaphone. Red and blue lights illuminate the spit flying everywhere. My God. Huh. We really are cops. Look, my badge. Take out your badge and show it to her.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector Azimuth!
She repeatedly bashes the megaphone against her head before screaming in the bloody mouthpiece. Oh, God.
She's losing it. One twitch and there would be blood.
Are you serious? This is a red check. Oh, my God. But what if I leave and then we lose the chance to steal the gun from her? It's not a particularly good chance of passing this, and it's a red check. Deal with this later. Maybe I can come back? Oh my God, I just hit my mic again. Sorry guys, 1 second. Okay, I think everything is fine with my mic for now. I guess let's deal with this later in the fucking hopes that we can come back to her in, like, literally 1 second.
We can't leave.
Oh.
A delirious civilian is pointing firearm at us. Your firearm. You need to solve this.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have tried. I'm gonna get my gun. Only a 42% chance. This is gonna suck ass.
But she's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights. Host almighty, don't count on that. You saw the binocloud can't shoot for shit.
Oh, this is gonna be so bad. I know myself. I know I'm gonna fail.
Sure, you're you. But how do we end this? She's not just gonna let you leave.
Alright, fuck it. Gun, I'm coming.
Suicide by cop! Split-second decision! Eat lead, scumbag!
For a moment there.
The lieutenant exhales sharply. What?
I was 80% sure the gun is empty, and still the instinct almost took over.
Oh, the gun's empty? Oh, thank fuck.
What is this?
Oh, thank
This isn't
God.
police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real.
The old woman looks at the treacherous weapon.
These gunpowders have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
Oh, my heart is actually aching for this poor woman. The gun lands on the wooden planks, and tears run down her scratched cheeks. She must be suffering. God. So confused and suffering, and I'm so sorry, lady.
She looks
Glad we didn't shoot her.
devastated.
I don't want to have to, hurt her, so I'm glad the gun is empty, and I'm glad we didn't shoot her or anything.
Grab the gun.
At least
right
yet.
now. This might be your only chance.
Pick up your gun.
No one
Thank God.
ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
Her voice is growing fainter as she rocks back and forth slowly. God, she sounds like some clients that I've had before, and I just want to hug her. Oh, lady. She needs help. I hope we can get her help.
Poor woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
The lieutenant holsters his pistol. We do.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
The old woman mumbles, staring blank at the boardwalk. You're not alone. We're all here.
The woman stands in front of you, motionless, unresponsive, almost like an inanimate object now, a mountain of police paraphernalia. In there she is alone, trapped in a world of blue and red lights.
What do you think is happening to her?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
The lieutenant replies, inspecting the catatonic woman standing in the dark. Catatonic, huh? Well, catatonia is pretty common in people with schizophrenia. There are a lot of different types of catatonia. There can be an excited version of catatonia, which is much more erratic, but then there absolutely can be much more commonly withdrawn catatonia, which is basically a shutdown. A lack of response, a lack of movement, lack of speech, lack of feeling. Anhedonia, which is a lack of feeling emotion. And I believe catatonia used to be a subtype of schizophrenia, but they've changed that since the DSM-5 came out in 2013. And now it's considered a symptom that occurs in schizophrenia as, I think that's a negative symptom. There are negative and positive symptoms in schizophrenia, and that does not mean bad and good like some people might think that it does because of the context of the words negative and positive that we use in everyday life tend to mean bad or good, but not in the context of schizophrenia. Positive symptoms are simply present symptoms that most people are not experiencing, like hallucinations, delusions, disorganized behavior and speech, so word salad. They may be acting very unpredictably. They may become agitated or simply be very confusing to understand. Very rarely are they going to be aggressive and violent. Usually people with schizophrenia are way more likely to be victims of violence rather than perpetrators of violence, but this woman clearly is having seriously disorganized thoughts and behaviors. And I feel so fucking bad for her. She's in a stupor, the lieutenant replies. That's catatonia, inspecting the catatonic woman standing in the dark. She must have just shut the fuck down. That is so hard to watch when someone goes from a more excited state to a complete shutdown. Really hard to watch happen. Why was she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia and Channel 8 and loneliness.
Channel 8. Could be dementia. Absolutely true. Could be schizophrenia. Also possibly true. Yes, this is what happens when you listen to too many cop shows on the radio. Nod. Neurodegenerative disease seems likely.
Could be. Her hands were trembling and she did seem uncoordinated. But what are we gonna do with her?
Should we arrest her? Listen, she's waving a gun around. I understand wanting to arrest her. But I'm also a very big advocate of not arresting people who are having a mental health crisis. Way too often, police come to respond to, calls about a mental health crisis. And then whoever the mentally ill person is who's having the police called on them ends up getting arrested or shot or something horrible that doesn't have to fucking happen. Like, she clearly needs help. She's not attempting to commit a crime in any way. She seems so confused. But anyway, it's the only option I got, so should we just arrest her?
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current state,
Thank
and
you,
without
Kim.
a gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone.
Thank you, Kim. Hallelujah for Kim Kitsuragi. We love him.
We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle.
Oh,
They might even know her family.
that would be great if they know her family. They could get her home. Wait, I was really hoping I could give her one of those station call slips. Why would I do that? I don't know why I would do that. That just sounds so silly. Station call slips. I don't know. Yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the job, I guess.
Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Cool. We got a lot of things to do
Please.
tonight.
Leave the radio on.
As you turn to leave, the faintest of voices comes from the woman. It seems like a reflex, a half-remembered sentence.
She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and fleshes now. Maybe if you search her once more.
We didn't even search her the first time, so, but maybe. Oh, nice autosave, thank you. Could I talk to her again now that we've done that?
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there, too. You're thinking of taking them. Do.
I will not, thank you so much. Pick up the RCM cap, though.
She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
I don't know. Maybe. Probably. You know me.
It's your hat.
Lieutenant nods. Well, cool. I guess I'll shake her
The
shoulder.
old woman doesn't react to your touch.
That is Catatonia. Leave her be. Poor woman. My heart breaks for her. Okay, clothes. We just picked up a cool-ass cap. Look at that. +1 authority. Cool. Looking good, bro. I kind of love that. Okay. Hardy and the Pigs. Shall we? Oh, we can't fast travel from here. Let's run this way. Grab? What? Why did I say grab? No, not grab anything. Drag our butts back to the whirling. This is not the whirling, but we're by the church, right? So we can... Yes. I don't know if they're gonna be here. They may have already gone to bed. Nope, they are in fact still here, so that's cool. Quick save. Hey, Titus.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
He smirks. I don't want much. But there's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
The big man laughs, nearly spitting out his beer.
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
The lieutenant looks Titus right in the eye.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep, that's her.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Courant or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Damn. I wonder when she got sick. She's clearly an older woman. Maybe it is dementia and not schizophrenia, because both of those things can exhibit similar symptoms. Not most of it, but certainly things like catatonia and disorganized behavior.
Hey, wasn't Everett's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig?
Titus gives him a beer salute before turning to you.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
I believe you, Authority. I believe you. Nope, she didn't have anything of mine.
No? Well, whatever then, Copper.
Titus chugs his beer down and wipes his mouth.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
He's still thinking it over in the corner.
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
The tattooed man scratches his head with his knuckles.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
Well, what's her name? Her real name?
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Okay. He takes off his cap and scratches his head.
Marianne, amigo.
He says, pouring himself another drink. Marianne Amigo LaPlante. I don't think so. I think amigo is just him saying friend, dude. It's not her middle name. Jesus Christ. Marianne LaPlante.
Be anything else you wanted to know?
Who was she?
Was. Like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls.
Oh.
She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
Always was a little off, huh? Could be there was an underlying mental illness. Schizophrenia tends to actually emerge, like show itself in either one's teens or 20s. Rarely later in life. Very rarely, if ever. I can't even think of a case where it happened much later in life, although I'm sure it exists. But still, could still be just dementia that developed on someone who was just kind of weird, you know? Who knows?
The children kept her together.
Oh. How did she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
Who'd want to be a pig? Aww. Oh, these fucking options. I'm pretty torn between number 1 and number 4. Someone who wanted to set the world right before it ends. Ever think of that? Oh. And then I could also say, I can't help but feel partially responsible for the unhealthy culture that poor woman latched onto. I'm sorry. Oh, that's so sad. Anyway, I think we're going with number 1. Someone who wanted to set the world right before it ends. You ever think of that?
No, I didn't. Because I'm not fucking stupid, Polizonte.
Fair.
Yeah, Carl. That's some pretty fucking weird shit to say. The pigs level weird. But whatever gets you through the day.
Big man shrugs. Where'd she get all her cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
Station 41. A man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these would net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit, who'd want those? Just dump them into the river.
Wow, maybe someone really did dump them in the river. That's crazy. And irresponsible as shit. Thanks for helping out with this one, Titus.
No problemo, cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Clearly. I'm gonna take off now. Bye, guys. Thanks for the help. I hope they do help her. Take her back to her family, maybe, or something. Although I guess her family kind of abandoned her. Oh, it's so sad. Okay. It is now 22:58. And I think the next thing we should do is, oopsie, go back to the apartments and see if we can talk to the crazy communists again. Let's fucking do it. What's up, lady? Wait, where the fuck am I going? Am I going the wrong way? I no longer remember how to get up there. Holy shit, what's wrong with me? This is the balcony, right? I think so. Yes. Here we go. To the balcony. Good shit. I wonder what we're gonna need in there. What did we need last time? I feel like authority's not gonna help in there, probably. Let's do the encyclopedia hat. I think encyclopedia is probably pretty good. Reaction speed and plus one reaction speed and hand-eye coordination. Okay. We did get the gun, right? Am I crazy? I'm not crazy. We got it. Woohoo! We got the gun. A 3-shot revolving barrel Villiers-LaSalle pepper box. Typically assigned to the officers of the RCM upon reaching the rank of sergeant. The butt of the gun is worn and the engraving on the side reads, Sunrise Parabellum. This is your gun. No doubt about it. Very cool. Composure. Maybe a different shirt might help. Something like drama, maybe? That shirt is so fucking ridiculous. Woo! Let's switch shoes though, huh? Let's switch to the empathy shoes. I don't know. Might as well. We got a visual calculus glasses. We've got a lot of pluses to encyclopedia right now. +3, which is exciting. Anything that'll give me logic or anything like that. Or conceptualization, anything. Logic glasses, sure, let's do that. -1 authority. I don't like having -1 of anything. But it can't be helped sometimes. Do I want logic? Or encyclopedia more? Or savoir-faire more? Visual calculus. Yeah, let's do the logic classes. It's It's alright to have -1 to authority, I think. That's okay. I doubt we need the pry bar right now, but for some reason, I'm always holding the pry bar, so, What's up, guys? Nice to see you again.
You're back.
The young man turns to you. Point to the art supplies. I'm guessing these pots of gouache belong to Cindy?
Yeah, it's hers. She just sort of moved it all in a few months ago.
She said if she's going to make truly radical art, she needs a suitably radical workspace.
Fair.
And I don't think she could afford rent at an actual studio.
Do you like her art?
Oh, sure. It's definitely interesting, I would say. I guess you could call her latest stuff a sort of counter-bourgeoisie calligraphy. She's got a real taste for radical slogans.
Cool.
It's too bad she hasn't developed the theoretical foundation to do truly radical work.
I think she'll get there, though. She's still looking for a subject equal to her ambitions.
Well, now I'm wondering, what is the deal with this place?
The deal? At a fundamental level, I guess you could call it the shattered bones of a dream crushed by capital.
That's really good, Steban. You should save that for an essay.
Thanks, Uli. When the idea
Uli.
is sound,
He's got a
the
name.
words just sort of flow.
Well, I heard these used to be luxury apartments. Million real views, that sort of thing.
That could be. It would explain some of the more ornate detailing. But we're speaking in world historical terms here. What this place represents, not what it merely was.
His friend yawns, evidently bored by literal reality.
Okay, let's move on then.
Go ahead.
I'm ready. Let's talk about inframaterialism, I guess.
Yes. Let's get right to it.
His companion leans forward, ready to jump in. They're impressed that you dove right into the most advanced parts of the theory. Half an hour evaporates and the conversation is still wending its way toward new and unexpected places. The cool breeze coming off the bay wraps itself around the Capeside apartments in a nearly forgotten part of that glorified construction site, surrounded by rusted pieces of scaffolding and walls of faded tarpaulin. A detective of the RCM debates the intricacies of an abstruse theory with a pair of university students.
But if it's true that this individual possesses so much capital that light literally bends around him, then that must mean
that capital might produce its own form of plasm.
In Innocence of Capital, Puncher and Wortman argue that communists must possess as little capital as possible in order to keep their thinking undiluted by its influence.
Oh.
Again, he was just a regular high net worth individual.
Yeah.
There was nothing extra physical about him.
Maybe. Or maybe we're sensitive to the pale and we know shit. I don't know.
Now the breeze has subsided. All is still except for the last bits of steam rising from the coffee pot.
Well, on that note, I think we can call it an evening.
Okay.
Yes. One of our better discussions lately, on the whole.
Well, hang on. That's it?
What do you mean, is that it? You've done the reading, we talked about it. What more do you expect from a reading group?
Well, what if I have more questions? You know, about communism?
Well, you could always ask, I guess.
The two young men look at each other for a moment.
We probably won't get a better chance. Honestly.
But it's getting late, so maybe pick the most important question.
Oh my goodness! What an unexpected check. There's a rhetoric check here. We have a very low chance of passing it. And we have a -1, a -1, because we are haunted by a lost love. Can you believe that? Kim, what should I ask?
Detective, how should I know what questions you have about communism?
Okay, fair. I need a minute to think about it.
Come on. We have things to do in the morning.
Fuck, well, it's a red check, and it's the only thing I can do besides just leaving. So, fuck it. Ask the most important question about communism, whatever fucking question that could be. We are not gonna pass it. Let's go.
All right, here we
Good
go.
job.
We're devoting all your available brain cells to coming up with a question about communism. Scratch that. To coming up with the question about communism. The alpha and omega of communism questions. And that question is...
That question is not gonna be what I have been offered as a question to ask. Are women bourgeois? That is the stupidest question that I think I have ever seen. Oh god, that's bad. Surely I can think of something better, right?
Maybe in another life, but not this one.
Because we failed.
Face it, this is the question that's been simmering inside you all along.
Is it?
No. This was supposed to take your mind off the other thing.
Hang on, I thought I was really getting into the theory back there, huh?
Sure, you spent some time getting lost in your theoretical labyrinths, but this has been the beast at the center this whole time.
Was it really? I know we failed the check, so I don't know about that. That's a stupid fucking question. Are women just like inherently bourgeois? How does that make any fucking sense? Okay, but I can't. You think I can resist asking it though, since it's here? Fuck. Are women bourgeois?
The young man gives you a slightly confused look, as though he's sure you asked something else and he simply misheard.
Oh my god, I can't blame him. Dumb question.
No, he heard you crystal clear. Somehow, it sounded even worse out loud.
He wants to know if women are bourgeois, Stepan.
Hang on, I apparently accidentally skipped the endurance passive check. You only said what everyone else was thinking. Look around. Do you see any women here?
Yes, I heard him. Give me a moment.
He takes a deep breath, then turns to you.
What makes you ask that question above any other?
These are great. Okay, the first one's hilarious because they can't handle me. I'm a goddamn superstar. Because I can't handle them. I'm a sorry excuse for a man. That might be true for all I know. But this, because they won't let me forget the life we used to have together. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with being bourgeois, but they won't let me forget the life we used to have together. That is just the saddest thing to say. Man, let's go for it.
Ah, gendarme. Your problem isn't ideological, it's personal.
Yep.
You ask that question because you're still under the influence of ideology. That's natural. You're like a fish that's only now discovering that her whole life has been dictated by the movements of sea currents. That's what ideology is. It's like there are these invisible forces everywhere, pushing and tugging you this way and that, and you don't even know they're there.
Is it even possible to imagine a world without ideology? I don't think so. What does this have to do with communism? I guess it kind of does. Well, I hope I can ask all of them. What does this have to do with communism, or what does this have to do with women? It actually feels like it has more to do with communism than it has to do with women. What does this have to do with women?
Everything, man. That is part of the communist project. To destroy the ideological structures that reduce men and women to these hollow shells of identity. Do you know the story of Dobrova and Abadanais?
I don't know what you're talking about. Who were they?
The so-called revolutionary lovers. The dual commissars of revolution in Insulinda. Yulia Dobrova came from Grad. Jean Abadanais was born in Revachol. She was brilliant, charismatic, a revolutionary comet. He was her partner and stabilizer, the planet who kept her in orbit.
That's a cute way of describing it, man.
What became of them, though? There seems to be a blank paragraph in the history books.
I'm so sad we failed that, especially since we're wearing this plus nonsense to encyclopedia.
It's from them we get the notion of dual leadership, the décomptage, Revachol's truly great contribution to revolutionary thought. I believe it even persists in some form in the RCM, even to this day.
What happened to them, Dobreva and Abadanais? Abadanais. I tried.
They died on their own terms, like real revolutionaries. There's a lot to say for that.
Is it true, Kim, about the décomptage?
I had no idea its origins went all the way back to the revolution itself. But it makes sense, in a way.
So, this is so goofy, but so you're saying women are only bourgeois because of ideology? Or something?
There's more to it than that.
Well, yeah.
People still make their own choices. It's a matter of being aware of what's influencing them.
What does this question say about me?
Yes, that's the question you should be asking yourself.
His companion nods, but offers no further solace.
Well, okay. I need to take some time to think about all this, I guess. Conclude.
The young man nods, but says nothing. He appears to be distracted by something. He's wrestling with some question of his own. He's lost in his own thoughts. You wonder what silt you've stirred in the bottom of his soul.
Oh, what a beautiful fucking sentence. This game is full of some of the most beautiful sentences. They just make me feel like I'm eating some kind of rich chocolate. Does that make any sense to describe a sentence like that? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. You let me know. But God, what a gorgeous sentence. You wonder what silt you've stirred in the bottom of his soul. Ugh, incredible.
Of course, the matchboxes. You'd very nearly forgotten to ask about them. Now may be your last chance.
The matchboxes. You were trying to make the tower from Nielsen's journals, right?
So you really did read all the way to the end?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Uli and I were trying to see whether there was enough plasm between the two of us to hold up a few matchboxes.
A sheepish grin.
Saying it out loud makes him realize how foolish it sounds.
It was just a little informal experiment. No reason to take it too seriously.
We should try again, all of us? Kim won't like that, though. We could.
The young man looks at you a moment, then at his companion.
This is so goofy.
What could it hurt? All right, let's give it another go.
Sure, let's build a little matchbox structure.
You know what? I'll sit this one out. I don't think you want my skeptical materialism interfering.
Okay, Kim.
Before long, a modest tower begins to rise from the pile of matchboxes.
Look at that! How cute are we?
Easy, Uli.
It's holding. It's holding.
For the moment. The higher the tower goes, the quieter the room seems to become.
Whoa!
Aside from the occasional comment, the three of you are completely absorbed by the task.
Look at that. It's getting somewhere. That's pretty insane.
All right. You go next, Stepan.
The young man pushes back his shirt sleeves, revealing the pale flesh of his forearms.
Easy now.
Is it? It's holding. It's holding.
Yes. This is the closest we've ever gotten.
It's almost exactly as Nielsen's sketch imagined. a physical manifestation of the dialectical spiral of history.
Look at that. It just keeps growing and growing. They're really doing it. I don't even know how they're doing it. That does look like an impossible structure to keep upright.
All right, gendarme. Your turn.
You've got this. Theories aside, they're only matchboxes. Even the lieutenant is watching intently now.
Fuck. Fuck it, right? Ghost of Mazov, give me strength. I feel like that's not gonna work. Whatever. Proceed.
It's
gonna fall. I'm so certain it's gonna fall. There it goes. There it fucking goes. Oh hell. Ah, fuck.
For a second there, I thought we had it. Just goes to show how constrained we are under the limits of the prevailing regime.
There you go, I guess.
Undoubtedly.
Alternatively, it could be that our own ideological fervor is still insufficient.
Yes, the problem is almost certainly your lack of commitment, and not, say, gravity.
Oh my god, Kim, I love you.
Harder to believe, but still possible.
Either way, that's enough parlor games for one night. Thanks for humoring us.
You got it, new friend.
We should probably clean up.
Okay.
Well, I think we're probably finished here, Detective.
I think we are. But I can't help but ask this final question that we're able to ask. Did this reading group have anything to do with the lynching?
Lynching? No. We're not an operational cell.
We think of ourselves as more of an intellectual vanguard.
But what's your group's stance on the lynching? I don't know why they would have a stance on it. It is murder. Don't most people think murder is bad? What's your group's stance on the lynching?
Our stance? What? Does he want to know if the SRV has established a party line on the lynchings in Martinez?
The two young men look at one another.
Though historically speaking, the SRV has supported direct action against right-wing paramilitary squads, especially when they are doing the Indo-Tribe's dirty work.
Good point. So as a provisional matter, I can say we support it.
Are they being sarcastic? You feel like you're caught in some elaborate joke labyrinth.
We failed.
It's impossible to see your way through.
Because we failed the passive savoir-faire check, goddammit.
It's always that way. Beneath the crust of irony, there's a molten sincerity that threatens to erupt forth. You may witness it yet.
Huh. So what's your stance on crime in general, I guess?
That's easy. Crime is simply the inevitable expression of the injustice and incoherence embedded within capitalism itself. It's a symptom, in other words, not a cause.
He waves his hand as though this is all there is to say on the subject of crime.
His companion can barely suppress a yawn.
He's tired and bored of us. Is your reading group affiliated with the union somehow?
No, we're an
I didn't
independent
think so.
organization. We acknowledge and respect the union's efforts, but our interests are more theoretical than Mr. Clare's.
I figured. Are there any operational communists in Martinez?
No, unfortunately. The communards were hunted down and killed nearly to a man. All that's left of them are bones and old rifles.
Oh, shit. I could show him the cute little figurine or the rifle. Oh, man. Well, this little guy's still going. Show him the figurine.
Not exactly the second incarnation of Krasmazov, is he?
The young man considers the figurine with a slight grimace.
What's it for?
What do you mean it's just a nice figurine?
Right. Of course it is.
I'm gonna ask it again, though, so we could say the other thing. Did this reading group have anything to do with lynching?
Lynching?
We think of ourselves as more of an intellectual vanguard.
No, we're an independent organization. We acknowledge and respect the union. No, unfortunately. The communards were hunted down and killed nearly to a man. All that's left of them are bones and old rifles.
Like this one. Show him the Belle McGrave rifle.
His companion's eyes widen as you hold up the ancient weapon.
Yes, like that one. I wonder how many of these are still lying around in cellars or sealed up behind the masonry.
He knits his brows together and then looks up.
Can I hold it?
I mean, it's broken, right? It's the ancient weapon. That's the broken one, so I don't know. Here, I guess.
It's heavier than I was expecting.
The rifle rests in his open palms. Its position reminds you of something.
The attitude of a priest bearing one of the holy relics of his faith.
Oh.
Though it is long out of service, its power is evident to him. When he's finished, he returns the rifle to you with a nod of appreciation.
Cool. Well, I guess we're off.
Wait a minute, if you don't mind.
Oh?
We wanted to get your opinion on something. A few little changes we've been thinking about.
What kind of changes?
Nothing too major, I think. We were talking potentially about relaxing some parts of our admissions process.
It probably would help if you didn't make people go through a whole interview just to join. Right?
That's interesting. I saw people loved group interviews.
I thought so too, but perhaps we overdid it, just a little. There was another thing. We were also debating putting up some posters around town.
Though some of us maintain that advertising is an unacceptably bourgeois tactic.
Oh man. Ooh, sounds like something Cindy could help with. That's true. As something of an art critic myself, I support this poster plan. Posters are great. Who doesn't like posters? Sounds like something Cindy might help with, potentially.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I guess no one could accuse Cindy of having a bourgeois aesthetic.
Yeah.
Plus, I've got the perfect place in mind.
Nice.
Put some more coffee on, Uli. We've got a long night ahead of us. We should probably get Cindy in here too. Oh, and gendarme. One last thing. I've been thinking about what you asked before, about women, you know?
Really?
Not that it's any of my business, but it sounds like this question is really tearing you up inside.
It is tearing you up. It's like there's a tiny, hateful beast shredding your very soul.
So, good luck with that, I guess.
Thanks, I suppose? Huh, okay. What a bizarre interaction. Well, alright. Shit, dude. Should we talk to Cindy now?
Hello again, officers. Have you
Nope.
come to admire my mural?
I have not. I thought maybe you would have something to say since we talked to those guys and they talked about you, but I guess not. Catch you later, Cindy. Okay. We did it. We did that thing. I'm so pleased. Good for us. Okay. We are now in here. But let's get the fuck out of here. Wait, we can get the fuck out of here from this side, silly me. Okay, right here. Okay. Hang on. The next thing we're gonna need to do is look for Ruby, but I feel like that's something we'll do in the fucking morning, right? Because it's the, what is it, 1 in the morning right now? We'll do that in the morning. When we've woken up. Being 1 in the morning right now, I'm wondering if we could. Well, first, maybe let's walk over to the Whirling, see if Clasia's still there. She is not. She has gone to bed, so we can't go ask her questions without Kim right now. That's okay. That's okay. But it's late as fuck. So maybe we should in fact go back to the fisherman's shacks anyway and go to bed. Might as well start the next day already, right? Ugh. This is wild.
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim. Send him away for the night.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
You got it, boy. Enter the shack. Yay! And we're back. And we've got a skill point. With that skill point, I'm really unsure if we should just give ourselves another point, add a point to something. Or maybe forget something. Forgetting a useless thought right now might be helpful because maybe we can add a more useful thought. Not sure. Maybe right now is the time we could just go to bed and maybe do this in the morning. Yeah, why not? But hang on, let me see how long I've been filming for. Okay, I've been filming for a decent amount of time. I think we're gonna go to bed and end the episode here, even if it's a bit of a shorter one.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Time for our 6th night of sleep. Good night, Harry.
The place feels almost like home now, quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea until they're suddenly light.
I've heard this song before. Sing along in silent communion. How many days have I been in Martinez already? I've heard this song before.
This is the greatest hits material. Black tape, spinning and spinning and spinning. You finally tired yourself, cornered the flicker of your mind and extinguished it.
For now, a little while, you can.
Sleep, without words or images.
When the pictograms and the hieroglyphs of the world return, they seem silent somehow. The alarm rings quietly too. You're ready.
I was already really tired, but this bit just made me even more tired. Goddamn.
Ready, but something is coming. It always is.
It always is. Open your eyes. Damn. Day 7, huh? Day 7? Day fucking 7. I can't believe it. We've been in Martinez for a whole last week. Approximately. Which is just nuts. Absolutely nuts. I don't know how many days the game gives us, like I said in the beginning of the episode. I had assumed in my head that it was a week. I don't know where I got that from. But it may be more than that. And I guess today, day 7, we might find out. Because if this is the last day, I'm sure they will tell us, hopefully. And if it's not, we will fucking find out when we go to bed, won't we? But hey, this is a good place to stop, the beginning of day 7. So until the next one, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you've enjoyed our time together, please consider doing the YouTube thing, liking, commenting, subscribing, hyping, whatever you feel like doing. It would really help me out. I love and appreciate you so much. Please be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, take extra good care of your animals and human children, please. And stay soft. The world is definitely hard enough already. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.